Hey, morning you lot, how you all doing? It's a Sunday today and it's raining outside a bit. All the plans I had for today were now scuppered, so it's morning. I think I'm having a bit of a tidy up, so I found this. I ain't got a clue what it is. I can see on the side of it, if you can just see on the side there, it looks like a fuse. So I'm assuming that for some reason I've either acquired this and not opened it, or I've packed it up at some point to post off. I found it in my loft, right at the back, and so it's been up there for at least 10 years, maybe more than 10 years. I don't know what's inside it. That fuse, I'm reckoning it's either a car head unit, but I weren't into CB, well I was into CB radio, but I think a CB would have a fuse on the edge of it. So I'm going to have a look inside this in a minute. I honestly, genuinely have no idea what's in this. It's heavy, very heavy, so I'm going to have a look in there in a minute, but I'm just having a bit of a tidy up. You know, in that video I did a few days ago where this pressure washer died, and because I had that little cleaning head thing on it, I had this on it. That's a good pressure washer, very good pressure washer, but I put this on it, bought this brand spanking new to clean the driveway, put this on it, and it lasted about half hour, 45 minutes, and the pressure started to drop. And then once the pressure started to drop, and yes, by the way, the water pressure coming in, the feed, the hose pipe, the pressure wasn't going down. I've already checked that. That's the first thing I looked at. The water pressure was absolutely fine, you know, because in England, I don't know about other countries, but the water pressure in some places is a bit crap sometimes. Ours is medium, you know, it's not like a fireman's hose, and it's not weak. It's in the middle. It's just all right. But if you turn a tap on inside your house, or put the dishwasher on, or put the washing machine on, somebody has a shower, the pressure goes down a lot in a lot of houses in England. But the first thing that I checked was the water pressure, and it was fine. So before someone says, oh, obviously the feed pressure's not enough and you've burnt it out, that ain't the case. So the pressure started to drop, and when the pressure started to drop, I was thinking, right, something's wrong here, because I've repaired enough pressure washers to know how they work. And as far as I can gather is, I've got it working again now, but I'll explain what happened. So, it was starting to lose its pressure, and I'm thinking, right, and I went over to it, and it was getting hot. And I was thinking, right, okay then, so it's getting hot. It's losing its pressure. I'm wondering if it's too much work for it, yeah. I changed all the nozzles around, and it was still the same. I put the actual pressure washing nozzle back on it. I put that back on it, and the pressure came back. It was lovely, as it always has been. So then I put the cleaning nozzle back on it, again, that round thing, and carried on. And then it got to a point where it cut out completely. It turned itself off, and you squeeze the trigger, the motor would not kick in at all. The water come out, but no motor, no pressure. The only way you can get it to turn on is if you hold the nozzle, hold the trigger, and give it a whack. And then it would burst into life, and away it would go. But if you let go of the trigger and squeeze it again, it wouldn't start up unless you gave it a whack, which indicates to me that it's getting a bit stuck. So I left it to cool down, and well, no, before that we was using it, and then it was cutting itself off, and if you keep the hit trigger held, it'd start up again. Cut it off, start up again. So I thought that's enough, and it wouldn't work. So I've left it to cool down. I was playing with it yesterday, and it's now working 100% fine again. You use it on the pressure, use it with this one or this one, and it's fine. You know, it don't get hot, it don't cut out, it doesn't do nothing. It's absolutely fine with these. You know, for about an hour I was washing the cars and everything, and as I say, didn't get hot, the pressure was fine, didn't lose pressure, didn't do anything. So that to me that just means that even though this says it's designed for a K2 all the way up to a K7, and mine's a K2 compact, that just gives me the impression that it was too much work for that little pressure washer. You can tell that it is working harder with that on. It doesn't matter what nozzles you use, because you get 3 different types of nozzle. You get grey ones, green ones, and yellow ones. I tried them all. All right, didn't make a difference. All right, so it's just simple as that. So that's a nice little pressure washer. K2 compact, it's what it is. Lovely little pressure washer, but with that cleaning head on it, it just couldn't man it. You know, it's too much for it. Being on constantly for that amount of time, with that amount of back pressure, because that's how the pressure's governed, you know, the back pressure. So if you've got nozzles that are bigger, you're going to have less pressure, and also the motor and the pump are going to be working less because they haven't got to push that water out as much. With water, the thinner the end nozzle is, the faster it's going to come out, but also the more pressure on the back, the more back pressure. That's why if you ever notice, if you take off the end of your pressure washer and you just have the handle and you squeeze it, there's no pressure there, and the motor runs really fast, the pump runs really fast, because there's no pressure, there's nothing, it just flows out. So yeah, that's why I decided not to do that anymore. So I'm going to sell this. This is brand new, as we know. Used it literally for half an hour, 45 minutes. It's brand new. I'm going to get rid of that, try and get as much money back as I possibly can for it, because it's no use to me. Yeah. I've also found this box here, look. Now I know exactly what's in this box. This is going to be very good. This is a little present for my son, and I'll let you know what it is now. What it is, it's a fire engine that you sit on it and it blows bubbles out. He's gonna love that. I'm gonna open it up soon, but I opened it up a little bit. So it's been sitting in here for quite some time now. I'm gonna have to open that up soon. He's gonna love that. I've got to box this up. This is the carpet cleaner. This is going. That's sitting over there. Look. Oh man, I tell you what. There's a story with this, and it's always my luck, and it always to get the idiots. Although partly it maybe was partly my fault about the situation, what happened. But do you want to hear the story? Do you want to hear the story? I'll tell you the story if you want. Yeah. All right. Let me just go and set the camera up. I'll tell you the story. So we all know the story roughly about what happened to this. Yeah, it's perfectly good carpet cleaner. At the time when I bought it, it was a top of the range one. Blah blah blah. I've had it however many years it was since this first was released, because I had to pre-order it. Probably 5-6 years, maybe even 7 years. I think my daughter was only just born. Not sure. Anyway, lent it out to some family members. They broke it. I've determined that it's just a pain in the ass to fix because loads of things are broken on it, so I've decided to sell it. I put it up on some various websites to get rid of, and I had no interest really, a few questions, but as soon as I re-explain, because nobody ever reads the description, do they? I mean, recently I sold a CB amplifier, and I listed it as for parts, spares or repairs. Parts, doesn't work. The bloke bought it very eagerly and then sent me a message to say it doesn't work. I said, well, I know that. Look at the description. He didn't reply after that. Anyway, with this, nobody ever reads the descriptions on anything, so they ask questions which are very clear in the description. One person, in the end I stuck it on eBay, because I was like, I just want to get rid of it now. I stuck it on eBay for £10, yeah? £10. Buy it now, £10. Brilliant. And there was not meant to be any postage. I didn't want to post it. I haven't got time to post it. It's too big to post. The amount of it would cost to post, nobody would want to pay the postage, so there's no postage. And but for some reason I didn't realise it. I'm sure I did no postage, but for some reason there was postage on it, and the bloke bought it, and he paid the £10 postage as well. I sent him a message and I said, I'm really sorry, but I realised that for some reason that you've paid the postage. There was not meant to be any postage, but for some reason there was, and I know you've paid it. I did get a quick quote for the size and the weight, and the best that I could find, apart from Hermes, because I don't like Hermes, the best I could find was about £14. And I said, look, you paid £10 postage, you paid £10 for the actual thing, it's going to cost 14 quid to send it. I said, look, if you send me an extra £5, I'll post it off, you know. No reply, nothing whatsoever. So I'm like, right, what am I going to do? I sent him another message and I said, look, if you come and collect it, you can have it for a tenner. just have it. Just take it for a tenner, because that's what you pay for it. Just a tenner. I'll give you the other. I'll refund you completely. Just give me a tenner. And he said, I can't collect it because of disabilities. I said, alright then, no problem. There was not meant to be any postage on it. There's been a big mistake here. It's all my fault. I'll refund you completely. And I sent him a full refund and apologised. I said, I'm really sorry. I know you thought there was going to be postage. There was not meant to be, but for some reason there was, and that's my fault. But I've sent you a full refund. You've got all your money back. And he did get all his money back. And he started going, well, you could post it off. You could always post it off. There's no reason why you can't post it off. And I'm like, fuck's sake, dude. You don't know what my situation is. You know what I mean? I haven't got the time, or, you know, I even said to, I said, look, I would have posted it if you just sent me a bit of extra dollar, because I'm not going to get nothing whatsoever for it. I mean, a tenner for that is fucking ridiculous. You could get more than that in the parts. You know, there's parts of this, I dare say, give that a clean up. That's probably worth a few quid. You know, bits and bobs, parts here and there. There's more than a tenner's worth of parts there, 100% guaranteed. And if somebody's got the time and the effort to want to fix it, you know, they put a new pump on it and get a new, whatever that thing is called, the cover, because it's all broken, all snapped. I dare say that wouldn't cost much, and then they'd have a fully working carpet cleaner. But anyway, I always get the awkward people whenever I try to sell things for some reason. I don't know why, don't know what it is. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to put that in the box, so that's one item sitting there rather than two, and we'll carry on. I'm supposed to be fixing this lawnmower. I've got it half going. You lot have seen one video on it, haven't you? And it runs well now. I've put a new pull start on it, but my dad wants the self-driving system to work, so he's given me an old belt to try and put on it. I've got to get a new air filter for it, and I've got to take the blade off so that he can sharpen the blade himself. He wants to sharpen it himself, so that's what he wants to do. So I'm meant to be doing that now. Come out here to actually fix that, but then there's such a mess around with everything, and I thought, right, let's have a tidy up. So I've ended up having a tidy up, trying to clear things, because you know what happens, you start one thing and another thing comes along and something else comes along. Before you know it, you've got bits everywhere. I've got bits of that needs to be put back together. That's an electric trike that was my daughter's. It stopped working, so I fixed it, and then I tested the battery. The battery was no good, so I got a new battery for it. I just got to put it back together. But that's ended up in the corner there because the carpet cleaner came along that I was trying to fix, which is now not fixed, and then the lawnmower come along, which needs to be fixed. So yeah, you lot know what it's like. I'm sure some of you lot are probably worse than me. Well, that didn't go well, did it? I'm trying to change the blade on this, but it's broken. So that didn't go well at all. Anyway, let's have a look at this. Got this. Don't know what this is. No idea. Let's crack it open. Oh yeah, there's definitely some kind of head unit. What for that? No idea what it's for. I'm guessing it'd be for a saxo or something along those lines. High power. San Remo. Don't really say a lot on there about what that's all about, does it? Yeah. I wonder if I've packed it up in the past. Packed it up and never sold it. That's how I found it in the loft. All wrapped up. It's got a fuse there. Look. No information on what year it is or what car it went in or anything. Index. Probably look up the number, serial number or the index number. But yeah, disc. Don't know what that come out of then. I reckon it came out of one of the cars I used to have, probably out of a Saxo or something, but there you go, probably no good to anybody. I was talking to someone the other day about, you know, just having a laugh and having fun, and I was thinking, come back to the times when, who remembers, who's been here long enough to remember, when I proper bigged up a video. I was like, this is going to be the best video you've seen in a long time for a couple of weeks. I think I even did like a community post about it. And in the end, all I did was I went and bought a McDonald's and sat and ate it in front of you. Oh, got this old bacon tray here. Threw it out because obviously it wasn't any good anymore, and then it went rusty because it was out here. But I thought to myself, I'll try and clean it up a bit. Might I use it like a parts tray, you know? Put screws and bits and bobs in it. So I thought I'd just get this little buffing pad and give it a clean up, see what it's turning out like. I reckon that'll be alright. Just put, it's not magnetic obviously, but I could make it magnetic. I could put a magnet on the bottom of it and I'd have a big, one of those big parts trays in, wouldn't I? But a bit like, look, here's a mini one, little magnet on the bottom, and it's just a tray, and you put your screws in there and they stick. You can, upside down, and yeah, so that's a little one obviously. I could make myself a big one, I thought. So yeah, I think that's turning out alright. I'm gonna keep cleaning it up. I'll give it a bit of paint when I'm done, because otherwise it would just go rusty again, you see, because this is stainless and this is just ordinary mould steel. So I have to give it a bit of paint, a bit of white paint probably, so I can see washers and bits, and if black paint I won't see much. Probably give it a white paint, or maybe grey, light grey, and make myself a nice parch dish. I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, you look, it was nice having your company, but I'm going to get on. I've got to do a bit more on the lawnmower, and then just chill out and have a good day. Sunday today, got to have a nice roast dinner, so I can't wait for that. I'll catch you later on, you lot, all the best, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. You know, we never know what the next day's going to bring. Could be something good, could be something bad, but always look positive, eh? Catch you later, you lot, all the best.